Hello, Haiden, and Tugs, of course.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to episode 9 of our podcast.
9.
9.
We've come so far and made yet so few insights into the world.
I don't know, we've made a few insights, I
Well,
feel.
when did you start?
I started December, but Togs didn't join until February.
I didn't join for we only started consistently doing it pretty
Yes.
much
Once-
when
once
I
you-
jumped on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before it was like I would loosely record one a month, and yeah, then you came on.
And now we're on a weekly schedule, so all of you listening, you're welcome.
Yeah, we've actually become consistent.
Consistence.
So Hayden, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Haiden. I used to be called Gingy. Like ginger hair used to be flowing and long. Recently got it cut, so I'm back to short hair. And I study at the same uni as Ryan, doing a Bachelor of Game Development, Game Design.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, gamer school.
Gamer school.
We've had a whole episode where I just ranted about gamer school.
And
Uh-oh, that was
about how you hate
early.
programming.
It wasn't that early. Oh yeah, fuck programming. I want. it's the single worst part of that class.
And you, Hayden, are you a programmer?
I understand it and I can do it. I feel meh about it, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Riley
What
just
do-
asks me to do his code.
Well, I don't want that on the record.
Oh yeah, Riley usually redacted.
But yeah, I sort of understand what I need to write and all that.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to? What part of the industry do you want to work in?
I guess just overall design. I'm really a fan of making characters and stories and worlds.
Yeah. Lore and world building.
Yeah, I've got a concept for a game I'm working on called A Hermit's Quest Out, and I have like a 23-page Google Doc of just concepts about stories and characters chucked in. I haven't worked on it for a couple of months, and it's like sort of like a plan to be like an RPG.
Cool.
Is that what you're? No, that's not what you're currently working on for class, is it?
No, the one I'm working for class, I actually gave it a name. I'm pretty sure it's Silva or Silvus, which is just Latin for like forest.
Oh, Silvus, like SYL.
SILVUS, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, how fancy.
Silvus.
Yeah, I was like, I need to make a title screen. There's like a song I'm listening to called Daemon Silvus by Shady Cicada. He makes video game music, and I was like, stuff it. I'll make that the name.
I mean, vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hayden, you didn't know you were going to be on this until I don't know, less than 10 minutes ago.
10, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, because our other guests said they weren't feeling it. They weren't vibing tonight.
It is 8 o'clock on Easter Sunday when we're recording this, so I don't entirely blame them.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like Easter.
Yeah, no. Well,
it really does not.
Yeah, it's just a day. I mean, when is it not just a day? Easter's like the least. It's the most lesser holiday, I feel.
I know what you mean, but as someone who doesn't live with their parents, it's like that's like one of the weekends where like I see my parents every year because they live in Melbourne, so I have to actually like go down or get to go down and see them.
Yeah.
So it definitely is different on my end.
My family just holds like a big lunch for Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did mention before recording that you're surrounded by drunk people at the moment.
Yeah, they decided to take Easter Sunday as a good opportunity to get drunk.
This holy day.
How many people are there? Because virus. So
one. One group of 5 people, or socially distanced. I hope.
Well, 5 isn't too bad, but
yeah,
it's not good.
It's not. Yeah, it's not good. But
it's not good.
It's not. It could be a lot worse. Because there are people that are having parties and they're like, there's like 30 people or whatever, and it's like
there's even people going down to like public places and
yeah.
I feel bad going to visit my girlfriend inverted commas.
I'm sorry. What?
Like I go visit my best friend, but like I'm
Oh.
just like if the cops ask me, I just be like, yeah, I'm gonna
I
visit
see.
my girlfriend.
Yep.
For the lore, it's my girlfriend, but
For the law. I wasn't sure if you meant LAW or LORE, and I was like, look, either way, that's the law.
Just good bit of dead silence there.
So,
so how are things in the relationship department, Riley?
I would rather not get into it. If you want, we can talk about it after the recording, but
ooh, fuck.
it doesn't seem promising at the minute.
Riley, you just gonna tease all our viewers like that?
Where's the director's cut?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, subscribe to our Patreon and you can learn.
just go pay for his OnlyFans. He'll be on there.
Oh god, my friend and I were talking about starting an OnlyFans the other day.
There's nothing wrong with that. Which friends, do I know them?
No. Well, it's like me and like one of my best friends. But like both of us are like single, like pretty asexual to grey A.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really mean much to us. We're like, yeah, we'll like sell pictures of ourselves for money because like we get told quite often that we're very desirable.
Yes, you're certainly an attractive man, Togs. We've been
Thank you
over
very much, Riley.
I've never seen you, but I'll agree. Yes.
Oh,
You are very.
Stop
very
it! You're a
attractive.
minor. Shut up. So yeah, we're just like,
Not
yeah.
soon.
I mean, monetize our e-girl and e-boy status. Except the E for me stands for elf. You know.
Yeah, you are pretty elven, honestly.
I have gotten that 6 times in the last 6 months, and every time it just hits my dopamine receptors.
What, that you look like an elf?
Yeah, it is my favorite compliment.
I mean, it's honestly
I've never been heard someone being called an elven.
like picture any elf from like Lord of the Rings or something. Just a classic high elf. That is what Togs looks like.
Fuck yeah.
Never heard someone describe by that, but I don't see it.
I mean, the public has spoken, and that like in several distinct locations, that's how I've been described. It is probably the hair.
Mm-hmm.
I have long, quite straight hair.
That's true. That is that's like if you cut your hair, I don't think you would look as much like one. I still feel like you would give off some vibes of an elf, but it certainly wouldn't be as powerful.
Yeah,
of an
but I don't want to cut my hair, and I won't be doing
How
that.
far does your hair go down though?
It's a little. It's about nip height.
I thought yours was longer than mine.
Mine's a little. No, Riley, you have really long hair.
Really?
Yeah, no, Riley does have really long hair.
I could have sworn yours was long. I haven't seen you for a long time though. 3 months.
Mine goes like down below my shoulder blades, but also like I cut my hair to keep it around this length.
Right.
I think I grew it out to my shoulder blades, and then that's when I stopped sort of growing it out longer.
Wait, it's like the top of your shoulder blades? Or?
Yeah, around there. Then I gave up on it, but I started trimming it, tried to make it look good, and I just gave up on long hair and went back to short.
Right.
So, traps.
So we were talking about this before recording of my maid cafe photo. It's probably being used as the
it's up there right
Look
now.
at this guy with the podcast, like got that rhythm to it. Damn.
So that's me in year 11. We decided to do a maid cafe because our school held an event where you meant to hold a store to fund year 12 formal.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so people made stores and all of that. Our year 12 one was pretty good, actually. We raised like a couple of $1,000.
Oh, wow.
But for year 11, we decided to do a maid cafe, but the catch is all the guys are the maids and not not the girls.
I mean, who would want a female maid anyway? You want the men.
I've watched Black Butler, and
The fuck is Black Butler?
So that experience comes with a couple of interesting stories to tell. Like one time I was dragged in the Supra, and like got given a whole bunch of dresses to wear. Also went makeup shopping for myself. But by the end of it, we decided to go to the all school assembly before market day starts to like get everyone grouped together, and we sort of then advertise the store. 3 like very tall guys I was sort of larger than the rest of them. The other two were sort of like twig. And yeah, we just sat there and scared every year 7 and I think to year 10 that was at the school. We didn't make any money, of course, because
Why would you not make money off of that?
We scared people off. They were too scared of the raw power we exerted as men wearing dresses.
Violent sexual energy that you charged the school grounds with.
Yeah, and then yeah, so I think I don't have my dress anymore. I think it got put in the bin or something like that.
No. Why would you bin a dress?
I don't know.
At least
I think it was just. I think it was like when one time I was looking at the back at the photos, like, ugh, and chucked it out.
you have younger siblings. You could have given it to them.
Here's a jacket. This cool little jacket. But yeah, I think that's the first day I ever got called a woman with my long hair. Was during the.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and then for the next 2 years after that, I got called a woman about 10 or 11 times.
I get it decently constantly. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I even had one time this old woman I was at shopping center like tapped on my shoulder and I turned like she's like, "Oh please, hello dear," like and then I turned around and she goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm so sorry," and I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, I get it." Like,
Yeah.
it happens. It happens.
It's just your beauty.
I only get called women like a woman when I'm like out with other women at like a restaurant or something, and then they're like, "Oh, how are you ladies doing?" And then I'll like look at the waiter and be like, "I'm fine." Like,
yeah, I'm all right, mate. How about you?
Yeah, shit like that.
2 beers, 1 in each hand.
Yeah, I remember. I can only remember one time like vividly. I was out at dinner with Anjali and my friend Juliet and Carolina.
Mhm.
And basically we were just all out at dinner, and then the waiter was like, "How are you ladies doing?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then yeah,
I think you should see it as like an achievement to be called a woman.
I take it as a huge compliment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, stunning.
I did have quite a bit of facial hair at the time, but yeah, absolutely.
But
yeah.
before stream, then before the recording, we started talking about traps. So
yeah, traps.
Oh,
I
yes.
would like to share my insight on traps because everyone's like, oh, they're gay and all that. My sort of mentality is if you don't know it's a guy, you don't think it's gay until you figure out it's a guy, and it's if you're gay if you continue on with it, you know.
But also like see like human sexuality is like not that binary. Like if you're like that like attracted to them because they exude feminine qualities, like yeah, they're biologically a male, but like does literally the presence of a penis override everything else that made you attracted to them?
Depends if you like that sort of stuff, I guess.
I think anyone can be attracted to anyone regardless of how this.
Oh, definitely.
Regardless of the plumbing.
Yes. And for a long time, I was just like, women only, please. But I've opened up a bit since.
You opened up a little bit.
There was a moment where I was bi-curious, and I was like looking at other stuff, like more gay stuff and all that. And after a while, I was not my thing. So back to being hetero.
Yeah, vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
How is? Oh no, I heard you about to say something there, Togs. I heard your mouth open.
I think that might have been me just chewing on the back of this pen.
Oh, okay. No, but Haiden, how is you and this girl going? Because I remember like weeks ago you went on a date.
Oh no, we're dating.
Oh, it's official now.
Yeah. But
Congratulations.
I asked her out, and I was like, "It's just really bad during quarantine. So as soon as it's done, I'll take you on
Yeah.
a date."
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Do you like call and do a bunch of cute
we
cute
always
gay shit?
text. We text nearly every day, and we video call when we can.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
But she's doing a business degree, so it's very hard to find free time.
Business and games.
Sorry, she's doing a business degree, so it's hard to find free time.
Yeah, because she's
doing
assignments and all that stuff.
I'm sorry, love. That's not a real excuse. That like that's the easiest degree.
Oh, I distracted during like the assignments and stuff like that. Anyway.
There we go. And sorry, if you're listening and you did a business degree, so did I. I'm allowed to say this. I have reviewed the evidence.
I've experienced it.
Yeah.
So yes, that's going well. It seems.
Yeah, but I've heard talk that if that quarantine might be going past like June or July, and if that happens, I'm gonna be like, fuck it, I'm going outside.
I mean, I think that like a lot of people can be in that boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it'll probably go on until at least July.
Yeah, I feel like. I think all of winter, honestly. I think August or September.
Yeah. My guess would be 6 months.
Yeah.
That sucks though, because I love winter.
Yeah, winter's nice.
Yeah, but I can just stay inside and be warm.
Yeah, but I love going out and being in the cold.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
fuck with that. Yeah.
Like when I was in Canada, I would just go outside and sit in the snow like every fucking day, because it's comfortable and nice. Yeah.
I dived into frozen lake.
I've heard other stories from Canada where people hate snow. Just because the amount.
Well, those people are fucking. Actually, yeah, there is a lot of shoveling, and it gets really dirty on the roads and stuff. But
that is very fair. Yeah. But also like we live in Australia, so it's like they have the worst of the winter. Yeah, we have the worst of the summer.
That's true. Yeah. So like snow to us is very magical, whereas like being hot is very magical to them. You know, it's like it's romanticized.
I used to live in the mountains, so like snow isn't quite as magical to me.
Inside a mountain like a dwarf?
No, I used to live in the mountains.
Yeah, in a mountain like a dwarf.
No, in the mountains as an area.
In a hole like a dwarf.
Yeah.
There we go.
In the mountains.
Yes.
So you're an elf.
Except I'm an elf. Yeah.
An elf that lives like a dwarf. Yes.
Ever heard of dark elves?
Oh. Do they live like dwarves? I don't know enough.
Well, I mean, they live underground.
Oh.
That are like they only come out at night, really. Like they hide in.
Yeah. They got that sunlight sensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Automatic disadvantage in sunlight.
Yeah, I'm just white though, so yeah, I just burn.
The curse of being a ginger is like going outside for a second and burning instantly.
Well, I'm just glad that I don't freckle.
Oh, I've got plenty of freckles.
I might be pale, but I do not freckle.
I freckle.
Lamau nerd.
I get moles.
Oh.
It practically turns into a tan after a while.
Oh yeah, I tan as well, but
I'm surprised I do.
I do a little bit, but
I mean, interesting little fact about gingers though. We might suck against UV light, but there's like studies where they figured out that gingers need a larger dose of anesthesia to be sent to sleep and probably knocked out.
Oh really?
And apparently they have like less pain towards electrical things and more pain towards fire and all that.
Oh.
More pain towards fire? What, like a fucking Frankenstein's monster?
Yeah. So like if you bring a torch to a ginger, it would probably be like ah.
I mean, yeah. If you put a torch to my body, I'd probably be screaming no matter my hair color.
No, but like just for a second. Oh, even like 10 meters away.
Well, I'm not like afraid of it, like deathly afraid, but I'm not very good with fire because my car caught fire while I was learning to drive.
Story.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not a huge fan of fire.
It went boom.
Well, it didn't go boom. It just went. It went whoosh, not boom. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sort of a firebug though.
Like a pyromaniac.
Not like full pyromaniac, but if there's a fire, I like to feed it and like.
Oh yeah.
Oh sure. I thought you meant if there was like a burning building, you would like go like get some branches and sticks and shit. And be like, yes.
There's like a backyard fire. I'll be like, oh, feed it, make it big.
Yeah.
Like there was this one time I went to, I think it was like a 17th of a friend, and it was raining, so everyone's sitting inside. But me and a couple of mates were outside keeping the fire alive.
Yeah.
Like covering our bodies, like putting our bodies above the fire and feeding it.
Yeah, you're that guy at camp.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I love fire. I think it's just so pretty. I like pretty things.
No,
I
that
also
makes
see
sense.
premonitions inside the fire.
Yeah, like Game of Thrones style stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, the Lord of Light.
Speak to me.
So I feel like we got sidetracked from the most important topic here, which is traps.
Okay, back on traps.
Yeah. So here's the thing, Hayden. When I said it, I said it as a joke.
Yeah.
But like, oh no, I got fucking opinions about traps.
I mean, it's because like usually a lot of people when I hear their opinions, it's either heavy gay or heavy not gay. You know. So,
It's just quite alien to me. I guess like I come from a much more like I don't know, like I don't know if it's like feminine or whatever background, but it's like traps is something like we know, but we don't like actually like actively talk about. I would never have like a solid formulated opinion on traps. But it just seemed like you did.
One of those enigmas, yeah. I mean, I had never heard of an opinion about traps as well, but I sort of formed one of what I thought would be right.
Because like I don't think there's any like rules or guidelines around it. It's just like, oh, if it's not for you, then yeah, so be it. But
I mean, sexuality and that sort of stuff is so diverse these days. That...
Well, not these days. Just these days, we're so much more accepting of diverse sexualities.
It's more spoken about too. It's not just that it's more talked about. It's just that it's I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Like back in the 1980s, I don't think you'd hear anyone talk about transgender.
Well, in the mainstream, obviously, gay culture itself has
Yeah.
I mean, there's been gay people for like thousands and thousands of years.
There's been gay people since there's been people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just people. It's just there's been gay. You know, like every creature can be gay. Everything has the
capacity for homosexuality,
which is really cool.
It's really cool.
Kudos to you, Mother Nature.
Yeah. Gay is cool.
Get look. Yes. Unironically. If I could choose to be straight, I don't think I would.
Yeah. I sort of like when people talk about like transgendering and gays and all. My mentality is like if it makes you happy, all power to you. Like,
and if it's not hurting anyone.
Yeah, if you're not going out and causing riots, then go ahead.
Yeah, bro, being gay is epic.
Yeah, being gay is epic.
Yeah, being gay is epic.
Wig. Riley said gay rights in this house. TransRights. That's the title of the podcast. TransRights in this house tonight.
I was
my maid costume and put like a little sign in my hand that says TransRights.
Oh fuck.
I was considering calling this episode Flaming Traps, but
Flaming Traps.
We've been talking about fire. I don't know.
Talking about fire, and we have been talking about traps.
Yeah, but that might also that also sounds a bit bad. Just like,
just a touch. Yeah,
like
that might...
I think TransRights is a good title.
TransRights. Well, it's like, like, how much more time do we have left? We've got so many more topics to cover.
Yeah, we've literally got like 40 minutes. Still.
40 minutes? Yeah.
So what games have we been playing recently?
Animal Crossing.
I've really slowed down with my Animal Crossing. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that.
Still don't
really?
want to get it, but still don't have it.
Fug.
Yeah. So I've been just going through Steam and playing games. Got Risk of Rain 2 recently, and I've already put like 40 hours into it.
Can you just lean a little closer into your microphone there, Hayden? Sorry.
There you go. It's alright.
Okay.
I can't gauge how loud it is myself.
Can you just lean in a little closer to your microphone?
We're going ASMR mode. ASMR.
Hey guys, welcome back to the 15 podcast, where the number 14 is ASMR. We're going to be taking you on a sensual journey today. So
right now, I'm going to drink some main brand Coca-Cola beverage.
I cut my nails because they were actually getting too long to play the ukulele. But let's see if I can do a little.
What? Oh,
That doesn't even sound like a ukulele. It just sounds like someone.
that's not a ukulele.
It's not a ukulele. Oh, I did do some demonstrative ASMR on my ukulele the other day though. Turns out, because it's hollow, not very good.
No.
You can do it on the side. Bit better.
And here's the noise of me breaking it in half.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the sound of the cloaca.
What, like a fucking bird's asshole?
A bird's vagina. Actually, I think it's penis.
It's a bird's everything.
You know what? That's a Swiss Army orifice right there.
It is.
Swiss Army orifice.
Stunning content. Well done, birds. Props to you.
Do other animals have
Especially
cloacas?
ducks.
I think a few do, but maybe it's just avians. Cloaca ? Is what I'm typing into Google. It is present in amphibians, reptiles, birds, elasmobranch fishes such as sharks, might be brunk, and monotremes. Monotremes have a cloaca.
What's
Crazy.
a cloaca? I'm still like I don't know what that is.
You don't
It
know
is the
what
posterior orifice that serves as the only opening for the digestive, reproductive, and urinary tracts of many vertebrate animals.
Yeah, it's just like a dick hole.
So
a
it is-
butthole,
yes,
and
I piss, shit, and cum
out of a cloaca.
out of my cloaca.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never thought of like I never. That's some trivia.
I'm surprised you didn't know it. That's like pretty basic, biology in high school.
Didn't do biology.
I did biology, but I couldn't have defined it for you. I was like, that's where the bird dick is.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm a physics boy.
Wow.
Physics was my bread and butter.
Nah, biology's
I mean-
epic, dude.
I love biology because it was just content. I didn't have to think. I could just memorize stuff, write that down, boom,
Exactly.
easy.
But
I
doing
aced
formulas isn't
biology.
half
I
bad.
didn't.
Sorry, what did you say there?
I said doing the formulas for physics isn't too bad. I really enjoy doing that sort of stuff. But I think the tests was really the thing that I didn't like. HSC last question. Figure out the radius and the surface temperature of the sun with only knowing its intensity on Earth, and Earth's radius. And I was sitting there just staring at the piece of paper. That's the only question I didn't answer. Was what the fuck's this?
Wait, so did you have to know the density of the sun?
Yes, there's some things you sort of had to know, and there's some things you sort of had to figure out using equations. So
Yeah.
it was last question to test. It was like coming near the end, and I was sitting there like, "What the fuck's this? I can't do it."
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing anything hard.
Riley, I thought you just said that you lent a little bit that way, you know?
I do, but not hard stuff.
Oh,
You can love someone without going near the hard stuff.
fuck! You don't have to tell me twice. God. So, Super Smash Brothers.
Oh yes, that was a topic.
That was a topic,
yeah.
and we still haven't played together, Riley.
No, but I'm literally available always.
Yeah, well, I can't come see you.
There's online play.
I don't think I have Smash Brothers. I think it's on my brother's account, so it's a little dodgy for me.
I haven't. I'm a little rusty. I remember there's a bunch of friends I used to play with during high school, and like I was probably the best one out of all of them. And I came back, beat me, like, yeah, we can finally beat you. And after an hour of playing, I was just sitting there,
There
king of
it
the
is,
hill,
yeah.
never staying off.
Oh yeah, it's always like the 1v1s, and whoever wins
Yeah.
like stays in. And
Yeah. See, the funny thing is though, when I used to go to tournaments, I used to get either first rounded or second rounded. So I used to be super good against my friends, but as soon as I went to an environment where I didn't know anyone, first match or second match, I'd be.
Well, yeah, because it's also like you like I have this one friend who rolls in every single time without fail, and like I just beat him because he rolls in. But like against other people, you have to actually adapt, and that's a skill that you have to actually learn.
I mean, I'm sort of interested in going back to tournaments
Mm.
after quarantine's done. Haven't had like spent the time to relearn Smash though.
Mm.
I mean, Hayden, you're a hell of a lot better than I am because we would play at uni.
Yeah.
So, like, I think I am the worst one there, which honestly broke my heart. But I mean,
there's room for improvement.
That's true.
Yeah.
The basics,
Like,
and go from there. Learn a character, pick him,
Yeah.
have your main.
I mean, I have a main, I think, Mega Man, but
Oh God, Riley.
Mega Man is actually pretty cool if you know how to play him in a tricky sense.
What's wrong with Mega Man, Togs?
Nothing. Just the only people I know don't play Mega Man. They sit there and they spam Leaf Shield.
That's like the one
Oh,
ability
okay.
I hate using. I like using
Yeah.
Oh, good boy.
what's like the explosive shot? Like he's just side B.
Oh, side B. Yeah,
I
side
love
B is really fun.
No, but it has a name. They all have names. Please continue. I'm gonna remember this eventually.
Yeah.
I just call them by what input you got to put in.
Right.
Yeah. You're right, and you do that for every other character, but Mega Man, I should know this.
Yeah. No, I also play Toon Link and I've been trying to learn Banjo. Well, Toon Link and Banjo I've both been trying to like learn, but because I just love their down B. That's it. That's the only reason I play them.
Down air.
Yeah. Oh yes, down air. You're correct.
Now I'm a Moth main.
Are you?
Marth, yeah. I have a friend who's a Marth and Fox main. Yeah.
Wow, sounds like a fucking melee person.
Yeah. There you have it.
Yeah, no, I can play majority of the characters, but Marth and a lot of sword fighters is what I end up being my bread and butter.
That's the thing. Like, I'm comfortable with just going into randoms. You know.
Oh, randoms are so much fun.
Because like, you know, like I know every character enough to like live in randoms for a bit.
Yeah.
But you know, everyone's got their mains, right?
I definitely have like a pool of characters that I don't like to stray from, so I'm not huge on random.
Yeah.
But Yoshi's my main, definitely.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a big Yoshi stan.
Yonky.
Yoshi's a pretty cool character. Oh, Yonky's a little joke from our one of our projects.
Yeah.
Yonky Kong.
Sorta. We decided to like get every Nintendo franchise and pitch a game about subspace, but its own standalone game using Captain N from the old Captain N cartoons. And
Fuck yeah!
And we sort of got all the logos and meshed them together. Will Riley did, and he ended up birthing Yonky.
Yeah.
Yonky's Island.
Oh, it's just Yonky.
Yonky.
It's just Yonky man. It was Yonky.
Can you
Mon
get it up? Do you have it somewhere?
I'll get a photo of it. Yeah, it's on the Slack.
Okay. This is like a throwback to Spubby Eve Reef.
Yeah.
Yonky.
That was just last episode. We recorded it like 3 weeks ago, but that was just last week.
Wasn't quite 3 weeks ago, was it?
Not.
I also like sort
of. Oh my goodness! No, it was. Wait. No, it was like 10 days ago. Okay, yeah. Discord does month first. I was like, it was not the 4th of February.
No.
It was 10 days ago.
So our working title, and I sort of try to teach myself how to say this in quick succession. So I might trip on it.
Can you just put it in the Discord for me as well? Thanks.
Yeah, you can put a picture of it up. Yeah. But it was The Legend of Super Metroid Foxo the Hedgehog 7 Chronicles and Street Ice Warebound and Hunt Fire Gear 025 Echoes of Elusive's Age S Definitive Edition, featuring Fatal Kazooie Man Crossing Vania and Yonky Splat Kid Manmon, featuring Kirby and me.
Kirby and me. That is.
It's a piece of art.
That is one of my favorite things. Is my friends and I were just like comparing shitty copypastas that we'd saved over the years. I just love like reading those out in the most like dramatic narrative voices you can do.
Are you sending the thing over?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay, there it is. Yes.
Ooh, no, not Copilot. It's a Doo and Towo.
But it's such a bizarre mesh of every logo we could find that Like I love it, but we didn't end up using it because it was just so hard to say.
Yeah.
I think we end up with Captain N Adventures in Subspace.
Yeah, we really watered it down.
The Legend of Super Metroid Fox the Hedgehog Chronicles in Street Iceware Bound.
It's
Fox-O.
It's Fox-O.
Yeah.
Fox-O the Hedgehog Chronicle. Wait, sorry. Is it Hedgehog 7 Chronicles or Hedgehog Chronicles 7?
I mean, Riley's the one who made this.
Yes.
He
I'll
would
just
know.
say yes.
Hedgehog 7 Chronicles in Street Iceware Bound and Hunt Fire Gear Zero. Echoes of, I really need to zoom in for that one, and I can't because it's Discord. Echoes of Feet, Fatal, Kazooie Man, Crossing Vania, Yonky Splat Kid, Manmon. Sorry, Yonky Splat Kid, Manmon. Feet, Kirby, and me.
I love how the only way we could integrate Rob is adding an O to the end of Fox.
Yeah.
We could integrate Punch Out was having exclamation marks.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I had to use I think it was Wii Fit 3 times.
Yeah, you use
because featuring.
Oh
no, it was Game & Watch that I featured because he has the and, so that's 3 times, and there's 2 Wii Fits. Yeah. Yes.
That's stunning.
My favorite part is the.
Oh, is that Dragon? Is that Dragon Quest?
Yes. Yeah, it's Echoes of
Zero. I see. I see.
Yeah.
Where's Kid Icarus? Is that next to Zero?
It's in there somewhere.
Is it the one next to Zero?
Oh, I mean the 2. The 2 is Bayonetta and 5 is Persona.
Yeah.
Just Bayonetta, 5's Persona.
It's definitely in there.
Where the fuck is 5?
Where is? Now I am looking.
Where's the 5?
Next to the 2.
25.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
025. I don't know if I can't see a.
I don't think you put it in.
I could. Oh no, there it is. It's next to Splat. Splat Kid Icarus.
Oh, Kid Icarus. Yeah, I get that now.
Yeah, Splat Kid.
Splat Kid. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I just because pink is not a color scheme for Kid Icarus, I'd regularly.
No, but that is its logo. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the OG NES logo.
Like that's the one they use on the Smash website.
Yeah.
What is this? I just shit and come in your comment. I just put it on the screen without. Really...
It is very, very, very enjoyable content. It is extremely profane and stupid, but it's a frequently asked question. I just shit and come at your comment.
We'll read it out for us.
Okay. Frequently asked questions. What does this mean? The amount of shit, open parentheses, and cum, close parentheses, on my computer and floor has increased by 1. Why did you do this? There are several reasons I may deem a comment to be worthy of feces or ejaculation. These include, but are not limited to, being gay. Dank copypasta, bro. Where'd you find it? Walter. Am I going to shit and cum too? No. Not yet. But you should refrain from shit posting and cum posting like this in the future. Otherwise, I will be forced to shit and cum again, which may put your shitting and cumming privileges in jeopardy. I don't believe my comment deserved being shit and cum at. Can you uncomment? Sure, mistakes happen, but only in exceedingly rare circumstances will I put shit back into my butt. If you would like to issue an appeal, shoot me a hot load explaining what I got wrong. I tend to respond to retaliatory ejaculation within several minutes. Do note, however, that over 99.9% of semen dies before it can fertilize the egg, and yours is likely no exception. How can I prevent this from happening in the future? Accept the goopy brown and white substance and move on, but learn from this mistake. Your behavior will not be tolerated in my mom's basement. I will continue to shit and cum until you prove your conduct. Remember, ejaculation is a privilege, not a right.
I don't know what's better, the voice or the Grammarly spell check marks going throughout this whole thing.
Well, because nothing is spelt wrong except maybe feces. It's just like, do you have to say shit posting and cum posting? Are those things that you have to say in this moment?
Grammarly's be like, this is
coming.
Cum posting.
I would say my favorite Copypasta is probably the Vaporeon one.
Vaporeon one.
I think I've heard about this one.
Okay, Togs, I want you to read it out without reading ahead. Yep. You know, I just want you to openly do it.
Oh, okay, sure. I'm also about to post. Yeah, you'll see what it is when it finally loads. Okay. Hey guys, do you know that in terms of male and human and female Pokemon breeding, Vaporeon is the most compatible Pokemon for humans? Not only are they in the field egg group, which is mostly comprised of mammals, Vaporeon are an average of 3 feet 3 inches tall and 63.9 pounds. This means they're large enough to be able to handle human dicks, and with their impressive base stats for HP and access to acid armor, you can be rough with one. Due to their mostly water-based biology, there's no doubt in my mind that an aroused Vaporeon would be incredibly wet. So wet that you could easily have sex with one for hours without getting sore. They can also learn the moves Attract, Baby Doll Eyes, Captivate, Charm, and Tail Whip, along with not having fur to hide nipples, so it'd be incredibly easy for one to get you in the mood. With their abilities water absorb and hydration, they can easily recover from fatigue with enough water. No other Pokemon comes close to this level of compatibility. Also, fun fact, if you pull out enough, you can make your Vaporeon turn white. Vaporeon is literally built for human dick. Ungodly defense stat plus high HP pool plus acid armor means it can take cock all day, all shapes and sizes, and still come for more.
Yes, that's my favorite Copypasta.
Sorry. You realize when I hate the internet?
Oh god, sorry. It is like I work very, very hard to be a professional reader of Copypasta. This one was hard to read. This one was not easy to process.
I'm surprised you hadn't heard of that one before.
I have not.
My favorite one is the Navy SEALs one.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I also have that saved. But I have like the OWO version saved.
Like OWO was a meme. OWO was a pretty good meme.
OWO is a fantastic meme. I still unironically say OWO to this day.
The only problem I had with OWO is I had a friend who said it after every single sentence, and I'm just sitting like, do you have to?
I'm like unironically I'm that friend.
Yeah, you kind of are, but I don't have a problem with it.
I am literally that friend. You can't see it, but in message.txt, it's just like, you know that one scene where like Skinner like burns down a house with like Superintendent Chalmers.
Yeah.
In The Simpsons. It's just that, but like written out in excruciating detail. It's just like super descriptive writing.
Navy SEALs and have been involved in numerous secret raids on Al-Qaeda.
Oh, yeah.
Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, read that one out. It's on screen now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. What the fuck? I can't do the Uwe voice really well, but I'll try my best.
Yeah,
what
it's
did
hard.
You say to me, you bitch? I will have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs. I've been involved in numerous secret raids in Al-Qaeda whenever with 300 Korean peas. I am trained Gwyneth in warfare. Entire U.S. Armed Forces. You are nothing to me but another target. I will get wiped the fuck. I can't do it. I can't. It hurts. It hurts. I can feel my body giving up as
fucking will fail. And what kills me about this one is they use the wrong gorilla.
You're right. Jeez, you're right. Gorilla.
Which I think they also did in the original, which tells me so much about like yeah, they did. Yeah, which tells you so much about.
What is this one you've just posted?
Oh, this one is like, first of all, so hard to read because it's written in that really, really ridiculous font. Mm-hmm. But it's like penis, open bracket, plural penises, or penis, nis, close bracket, is the primary sexual organ the male and hermaphrodites animals uses to inseminate sexually, receptively mates, open bracket, usually females, close bracket, and hermaphrodites, respectively, close bracket, during copulation.
I just gotta be honest, I fucking hate this one already. This one
so hard to read because every A, O, and B is in a different color, as is every P, and there are so many P's in this in this document. It's really, really difficult to process. Yeah, it's really, really. it's really hard to read.
Well, it's up on screen if any listeners want to attempt
You
it.
are nothing to me
Decipher
but
it.
just another target. I will wipe you the fuck out with precision, the likes of which has never been seen before on this earth. Mark my fucking words. You think you can get away with saying that shit to me over the internet? Think again, fucker. As we speak, I'm contacting my secret network of spies across the USA, and your IP is being traced right now, so you better prepare for the storm, maggot. The storm that wipes out the pathetic little thing you call your wife. You were fucking deaf kid. I can be any way or any time, and I can kill you over 700 ways, and that's just with my bare hands. Not only am I extensively trained in unarmed combat, but I have access to the entire arsenal of the United States Marine Corps, and I will use its full extent to wipe your What? Miss Wable ass off the face of the continent, you little shit. I think that's saying Miss Label. But
yes.
but it reads as Miss Wobbly, which is very hard to reverse translate. I can't.
Well, this was a fun 10 minutes worth of reading Copypastas.
They're just like nice little things that you can like just sort of look at, laugh, and continue on.
Oh, and sorry, we forgot the old classic. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Oh.
Truly the original.
Is that actually that can't be the original?
I don't think it's the original, but like it's like I'd say it was probably one of like the founding fathers.
Sure. Well, because that one would have come out in like what 2004 alongside the movie. Like
yeah, well, it's like that one where it's like
yeah, I know it.
No, but I'm saying it's like I can just think of like that text chain where it's like
right.
okay, you have to reply to like the next lyric of the song really fast, but then they like it's too late now to say, and then someone's like sorry, but they change sorry in their phone to autocorrect to did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's not.
It's not a tale the Jedi would tell you.
It's a Sith legend, actually.
Yeah, I don't know it well enough to just keep quoting it.
Darth Plagueis was a Dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise. He could use the Force to influence the midichlorians to create life. He had such a knowledge of the dark side that he could even keep the ones he cared about from dying.
I'm pretty sure it goes longer than that.
It does. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. He became so powerful, the only thing he was afraid of was losing his power, which eventually, of course, he did. Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything is new, and then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. Ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself.
Fuck, it is such a sad tale.
Do it.
Do it.
See,
Fucking do it.
What is everyone's opinion on Star Wars here?
Oh, the fact that Sheev Palpatine killed his own dad. Love it.
I've seen all the movies. It hasn't been a while since I've seen them, so I'm really well versed on Star Wars. That's how I just feel about Star Wars.
I mean, 1 through 6 came out before we started hating everything, so like pretty enjoyable.
Well, before Disney bought it.
Yeah, before Disney bought it. But like the last movie,
it was fucking garbo.
It was so bad. But when you know when they see Palpatine,
well, I don't want to spoil it for Hayden if he hasn't seen it.
I already know Palpatine's in.
Yeah, but you don't know what
happens. Have you seen the last movie?
I don't care about it so much if it's spoiled.
This isn't a story spoiler.
I don't care.
Okay, it's the visual gag of when they see him, and it's like a mix of GLaDOS from Portal.
Yeah.
Where Palpatine's held at the end, and fucking like Long Cat being like held under the arms, and his body's just like really, really long beneath him. That had me crying with laughter in the theater when I first. It got me going.
I think it's like the best experience I've had from going to cinemas and watching movies. It's just the jokes we come up with afterwards.
Oh yeah, it is the best part of going to the movies is
I
making
remember
memes
when
with your friends.
I watched Shazam, like I came out of one of my friends was like
Shazam.
the whole time he was watching it, each time he saw like I saw it like last week. I'm trying to remember what the name of the kid is.
It's Shazam.
No, yeah, well when Shazam appears, the whole time during the movie, all I could think about is Adam Sandler playing as Shazam. So as soon as we got home, I just got a DM on Discord, and he photoshopped Adam Sandler's face on top of Shazam's body.
He does look a bit like Adam Sandler, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm
You know,
looking
just-
at it now.
Unfortunately.
It was such like it was like 12 o'clock at night as well, and I was on my computer for a little bit, and I just see a photo of Adam Sandler like with Shazam's body, and I don't think I felt as conflicted emotionally as I have ever. I was like, what is this? I do not know.
I experienced every emotion in that moment: joy, sadness, anger,
Disappointment.
lust.
And the other
You know?
13 or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the other emotions that
Yeah.
exist.
All
Yeah.
the way up to 15. Yeah.
Hungry,
Hangry.
hangry. Yeah.
Hungry and hangry, they're different.
Horngry.
That's when you're angry, hungry, and horny.
Yeah. Horngry. No, sorry, Hongry.
Horngugry.
Horngry.
Don't think I've ever experienced hungry.
Ooh, I'm
I'm
horngry.
horngugry every
Hungry.
fucking day of my life.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, Riley, you can't say that.
Why can't I?
Riley, what the fuck?
I love that voice you do.
I can't fucking believe it. You would fucking say that to me. I was in the Navy SEALs, you little bitch. I have over 300 confirmed kills.
What do you mean the one where it's like,
I'm gonna come.
Well, I like that one too, but
I'm
that
gonna
one,
pee.
I do that one all the time. People fucking hate
I'm
me
gonna
for doing
fucking
that.
pee. I'm gonna pee.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, Hayden, what did you really expect coming in?
I see, like, I'm listening to like those voices, and I think I lost the ability to do that. I think like last year.
yeah,
I used to go way higher back in like year 7 and 8, but
yeah,
yeah,
and I'm so sad I can't do it anymore.
yeah. I used to do a massive squeal, but I lost that long ago.
That's like I can't go lower than that. It's like there's a huge gap where I can go like, bleh, and then like,
I'm trying to think.
but like,
It's like that's probably like the highest I can go. It's like this, this is probably the best I can do, you know.
I mean, yeah, like. Hello.
Fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Welcome, figure.
uh,
Spec coochie, lady on.
please, man, can I have some coochie?
I know Riley hasn't, but have you played Persona, Tugs?
No, I've not played Persona. I have watched it all the way through, and I am rewatching it because Royals.
I don't have a PS4, so I can't play Royal, and it's really sad.
See, my brother had a PS4 and then he sold it, and I'm like, I kind of wish I bought it now.
I feel like it's likely I will eventually play it.
Yeah, that's what I said to Riley. I said just wait for Royal and play that, because I beat Persona 5 and 4. I'm currently in the middle of playing 3. Fuck, they're such good games.
Yeah, they're really, really good. Well, they like Atlas knows what they're doing. They're 5 in. I'm like, it might be pitched to the SWAT. It might be ported to the Switch.
Yeah, they did
Pitch to
have
the
a little.
Yeah, pitch to the SWAT. That's the name of my new album. Pitch to the SWAT.
Yeah, no, but I'm pretty sure they brought it like a feedback survey, not asking people if you wanted to see these games get ported, which ones would you want and where to.
Persona
All of
5 to
all
the
of it was-
Switch.
All of it was Persona 5 Switch.
Yeah.
And then wasn't it like Atlas was surprised at the response? Like, yeah, no
Yeah.
shit. Why?
like sips tea.
Well, Atlas was like, if you keep saying this kind of stuff, then we can sort of convince Sony to spread it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Persona.
They're like keep it going and maybe we can do it.
I feel like Joker has more fans through Smash than he does through his own games.
No, I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
I actually think it's half and half because Smash is what convinced me to get Persona. But I had a friend, I think a year before they played Persona, and he was telling me to go get it.
Really? Yeah, because I've been like watching and thinking about Persona since like way before he was announced for Smash.
Yeah,
but it just
Persona 4 is still one of my favorites out of the series, and probably one of my favorite JRPGs.
like
Wait, sorry, what is?
Persona 4.
Yeah, Persona 4 is like so beloved in the community. Yeah, like Rise and shit.
I'm sure they're brilliant games, and I'd certainly heard about it before he was announced for Smash. But since he has become in Smash, like since he came out in Smash, I swear I see Persona stuff every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, agree.
It just blew the character and the franchise up, and that always happens with Smash.
But like, I genuinely think Persona 5 was like obviously Smash like broadcasted even wider. But Persona 5, you can't change my mind, was game of the year.
Yeah.
Was just far like pretty head and shoulders best game of that year.
Isn't that like Sakurai's favorite game as well?
Yeah. He's I think when he played it, he got every confidant done except for Yusuke's. I think he was rank 8 on Yusuke.
What did it lose it to? What did it lose best game of the year to?
What year
I
did
think it
it
might have.
come out?
I think it was Breath of the Wild.
Oh fuck that! Oh, I haven't played Persona 5, but I fucking hate Breath of the Wild. So
Really?
dude, I could go on, but I don't want to, because
Why?
It's a rant I do a lot, and
it's a rant he does a lot.
Yeah, Haiden sees it firsthand in class.
I really enjoyed Breath of the Wild.
Well, good for you, Togs. Good for you, Haiden. Good for both of you.
I will say though, I did enjoy Persona a lot more than Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, hugely. Like I didn't even get to play it, and I enjoyed it more than.
I think it's like the whole aspect of like the whole year you live of someone's life, that whole thing, mixed with good combat. You get to see mythical.
I'm such a whore for turn-based RPGs.
I didn't realize I was until I played Persona. I was like, "Fuck, this is good."
Yeah.
Come on.
I did find myself on both games. Like, because I beat Persona 5 once and I beat Persona 4 Golden twice, and I find myself at the end of every single time I beat one of those games, I find myself just being like, I don't want this to end.
Yeah.
Such a good experience.
Yeah.
And you come to your last day where you gotta say goodbye to everyone, and I find myself tearing up. Like, I don't wanna.
So are you telling me I'm gonna fucking cry when I play Persona 5?
Yes. I cried like halfway through it. Halfway through it, I was already crying.
Great.
That's how good of a game it is.
That's gonna
it's a
be
good
fun.
For which character?
I think I can.
Spoiler alert. Okay, there we go.
I don't want to get spoiled for Persona 5.
Pancakes. I said
pancakes. Yeah, no, yeah, I heard you, yeah. But no, yeah, have you played Royals?
No, but I've seen the Pancake Boy gets a lot of love, so.
Okay, yeah.
He was actually one of my favorite characters, and then spoiler stuff happens.
I mean, don't get me wrong, cool motive.
Should I just mute myself and let you guys talk for a few minutes?
No. You can interject. I feel like Persona 4's villain was much better, even though he had barely a motive.
Yeah.
So, if you've seen some of Persona 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, Togs, I feel like this is becoming a recurring thing where, like, the last 5 minutes of every recording, you and the guest just talk about something I have no contributions to. It happens like every time during the last 5 minutes of an episode.
Well, yeah.
We should just call it Togs time. We should just...
Yeah. Last 5 minutes is Togs time.
And then I need to jump in and be like, aha, time's up. We got to stop.
Time's up, idiot. Should we record another podcast after this immediately?
And then be half asleep.
Oh
20 minutes in.
no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, being half asleep and doing stuff isn't the worst idea.
Well, no, Hayden, one time we recorded with someone, but we were on such a roll, we were like, oh, let's just record a whole second hour. And then it just didn't work.
And then 30 minutes into that second hour, we're sorry, Shay, we love you, but episode 8.
Yeah. Episode 8's not great, but
Ooh.
that's only because of our
Wait,
age
was it 8 or 7?
Oh, it was 7, yeah. Because
It was 7, yeah, and then Kelsey.
Kelsey was 8, yes.
Yeah, that's right. Good old punion rings.
Yeah.
Like, so the time I watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, we did it from I think 6 o'clock's dinner, and we finished at 8 o'clock in the morning, like the next day. We all watched all 26 episodes in the one movie.
Oh wait, of what? Sorry.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were sleep deprived. So in like I think episode 16 or 17 is when the show starts to get really weird, which is like it's good.
Yeah.
I love the show for that. But we're all sleep deprived, and we're sitting there staring, and like stuff's happening. We're like, we're too tired for this. What the fuck's going on? And it was a stage of wow, we like the show. We're very tired, and then last couple of hours we were hyper focused.
Just lays it in.
Lays it onto this show. We're sitting like, I mean, we finished it, and we all went home and like slept, and we all woke up. And that was a pretty good show. Criticizing until we rested and processed and all that. But
Yeah.
I think that was really fun. It was with a group of friends who were just all sitting there and like, what the fuck's happening?
Well, guys, we are at an hour. Do you have any final words that we can just end it on?
I have a
Hayden?
question for Hayden.
Oh, okay, we'll do the question first.
Do you play any card games?
Card games?
Mm-hmm.
I tried Maverick.
Maverick.
I tried Magic the Gathering.
Maverick the Gathering.
I don't mind it, but I'm not too good at it. Other than that, I played Hearthstone a whole bunch.
That's
Excuse me? You've played Hearthstone a whole bunch and you never thought to mention that?
I mentioned it to you.
Yeah, but a whole bunch? What's a whole bunch?
Jesus fucking
like
Christ.
for half a year, I played it on school, like on the trip to school and back.
Bro, half a year ain't shit.
Yeah.
Get out of here with your fucking amateur hours.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
And on that note, been a pleasure having you, Hayden.
Yeah, thanks for filling in at the last second. We'll tell Rachel next time, because hopefully she'll be our next recording.
Jesus, you said filling in with such animosity.
What do you mean?
Yeah, thanks for filling in.
Oh, we had a better guest lined up.
Well, no, it's just I've been planning this with Rachel for so long, and we're trying to do it the past 2 days, and she's like, nah. So
I mean, shit
Is that-
happens,
Is that? No. It's fine.
is that what? Is that what, Toes?
No. I'll ask you after the podcast. That's Patreon content, everyone.
That's page.
Honestly,
Sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/
doesn't exist yet. Maybe if we get a following, we'll open one.
the 15th Patreon.
That's actually a good. That's a good title for it.
You're gonna pay for that one OnlyFans.
Hell yeah.
And that's how you get the link to the Patreon to pay for it. So you gotta
Yeah.
You get
If you sub to Patreon, I will give you a free subscription to my OnlyFans,
Wow.
where you can see my penis weenus.
Hey, I don't need to pay for that.
How much?
That's the $4.99 subscription too.
Anyway, Hayden, at the end of your next sentence, I'm just gonna click stop recording. So, is there anything you want to say? Because I'm gonna stop right after your next sentence. Okay?
Make it good.
Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Ginger J.
No, that sucks. I'm gonna fucking put your shit in the description anyway. Try it again, and then I'll stop.
You should have been like, follow me on Twitter, Mr. J, and then you should have stopped recording.
Yeah, you should just stop recording.
That would have been funny. Too late.
TransRights.